Alright, today I'm going to show you how to send in the YouTube video and edit some of the things you requested to be edited. Okay, first of all, we're going to move this YouTube video. We're going to center it using div tags. Alright. Okay, you're using iframe to host the YouTube video. I'm assuming that's just the embed code you got from YouTube. I'm assuming. But what we can do is add custom div tags around this bit of code right here. What we'll do is add the div tag, which is bracket div. We'll give it an ID. You can either give it an ID or class. There's class, there's ID. Just in this particular case, I'm going to give it an ID. And then is equal to, in quotation marks, the ID you want it to be. So we'll say center underscore YouTube. Or we can just simply call it YouTube, because I don't think we have any other divs named YouTube. We'll just call it YouTube, and then we'll close the bracket right there. Now let's close the div using the close div tag, which is bracket, and then it does it by itself with slash mark div and then bracket. Okay, so now that we have created this ID, we need to apply it to our CSS. Okay, let's refresh that, and in current view, when you want to add a CSS rule, you just go down here where it says plus, a plus sign next to the page looking icon, and then you open that up, you select contextual selector as an ID, you label it the label you gave it, which is YouTube, and make sure it's applied to a style sheet that you currently have, or you can always create a new one, but let's just apply it to one we have. Hit OK, and there we go. Let's begin to style the div. Basically is what we're doing. Let's just add custom margin or padding. We'll add padding, and I'll add a 200 to the left, or to the right, and 200 to the left. Apply that, and bam, that's way too much. I don't know what I was thinking. Let's see, like maybe like a 50. Sometimes you just gotta play around with it. And the left could use a little more. Okay, that's a little too much. And honestly, you don't even need right padding. Yeah, you don't need that. Just need a left padding, and you gotta just kind of assume what the middle is. I say, since you can see these rulers right here, I'll just use a ruler to kind of give me an idea. I want it to be at this 500 mark. These are broken up into 50 pixels, so we'll just take 50 pixels away, and it should be right at that 500 mark. Let's give it 100, and bam, that looks pretty centered to me. But you can always play around with that to get it just the way you want it. Let's save it, and F12 to preview it. I need to save the styles.css. Okay, and bam, it is technically centered in this area. If you feel like, if you're a neat freak like me and you feel like it needs to be over just a little bit, then go ahead and be my guest and mess with that CSS rule. Now that's good to go. And I'm curious, did you have a part to do with this? If you did, that's big props, man. This is a good video. Check it out. I've always been interested in film and acting and that line of work. It's very intriguing. Okay, now that you know how to do div tags, At least you have a brief overview of how they work. Let's move on to the next one, next quest. Okay, in the Read More news, it was given a class, like right here. It was given a class equivalent. I don't remember the name of the class. It was equivalent to this class right here. Okay, maybe not. It was. Let's go to this file here. It was a class text indent top. Okay, with this class is what was causing it to act funky. So I'm going to show you with this class what it does. It makes it orange, but this whole div is a link. You're linking this whole div. That's why when your cursor was over here, it was linking it. So we can customize this div so it's still orange. I'm assuming you want the text to be orange in the same style. Because if you take this class away, it just becomes blue, like you saw before. So I hope by editing this text indent top, it doesn't mess with anything. But just to be safe, I'm going to do something I normally do when I don't want to mess with the class, but I want to mess with this particular thing slightly. I'll show you. I'll go to the style. Well, first let me copy this class. I'll go to the style.css, control find, and I'll find this text indent top, and it's not in the style.css. It's labeled under got content. Okay. It should be here somewhere. Content title, content image. There we go. It's right here. Content indent top. Okay. The class, I'm not quite sure how to explain this, but it's just labeled differently in the CSS, but it understands it in the HTML. We want to copy this and paste it, keeping the same attributes, but we want to give it a different name. So content indent read more. Okay. Now down here, content indent read more. Okay. Still good. Now let's go back to style. Content indent read more. Box. Now we want our width to be 20 pixels, and that's just a little too short. Let's make it 30. Let's make it 50. Okay, we need to make it a little more than that. Okay, 100. Now you see the div is not as long. It's right there. That's up. Save. And now you keep your same attributes. We need to probably make it a little bigger so it doesn't, the news doesn't go down there. But you know, at least you won't have to be able to click. You won't be able to click it over here. So let's okay, let's make it a little bigger. 115. All right. Okay. It goes off just a little bit, but I mean that's just minor. Okay, bam, perfect. Okay. So just use this as a reference for whenever you're working with that.